Hello there everyone, it's ShinySparky14 and welcome back to more of the World of Magic. Alrighty, so last time we reached level 5, that's right. But we actually forgot to do something, and that's actually get Wild Swing too. But we also got this by opening the beginner's box or whatever the hell it's called. And with that we get Hemorrhage, a very useful ability until we get Slam, which is level 15. So it's going to be very, very useful between levels 5 through 15, or 14 I guess, yeah, because for 15 you get Slam. Alright, but another thing we're going to do is something that we missed in the last video is actually to buy this book, Wild Swing Volume 2. Okay, Wild Swing 2, there we go. Come over here, turn it on, replace it because I'm paranoid, and yeah, there we go. Okay. So, now that we have that, we basically got some very good skill upgrades. Our Wild Swing has now gotten improved by another 20%, pretty damn good. And now we got Hemorrhage. An attack that does less damage than the average damage of an attack, but it will cause bleeding on an enemy, which basically does damage, you know, per tick. Depending on the skill level, you'll do more or less damage. We only have volume 1, which means that we're going to be doing 2 damage per tick, which is not all that great. So yeah, but at least it's a free attack. Plus, it's the only crystal-based attack that we have, believe it or not. Because remember, Wild Swing does not require any crystals. Instead, it's a cooltime, basically like Impact Shot. Every 5 seconds, you can reuse it. Our normal attacks obviously don't require Rage Crystals, which means before this, prior to this, we did not have any skills that required Rage Crystals, so we don't turn this skill on. We're just wasting our Rage Crystal, like, usage. I mean, we're not... Wait, you know what I mean. We're not putting our crystals to good use there, because we're not going to use anything. The other skill is Taunting Blow that requires crystals. However, many people say not to use that skill. They say that because, well, I mean, various reasons as to why, but first off, it does pretty pathetic damage, they say, also pretty much the same amount of hemorrhage, but instead it doesn't cause bleeding like what hemorrhage does. Instead of that, it actually forces, or I don't know about forces, but it says it taunts the enemy to attack you. And that's really not useful because enemies always attack you if you're attacking them. So let's say I'm attacking this boar right here, okay, this leaf boar, and I use Taunting Blow on it. Its effect, it's going to taunt the enemy to attack me. But it was already going to attack me, which is what doesn't make any sense. And the thing is that if you use it on a person, or actually I didn't even use it on a person, but it's not good. Well, I mean, if it does 0 damage, I know for a fact, okay, because one interesting thing about Hemorrhage and Taunting Blow is that both of these skills have a 100% hit rate, meaning they will never miss. So yeah, pretty cool. So you may be thinking, oh, that means if you're level 1, or not level 1, level 5, because you have to be level 5 to use it. That means if you're level 5 and you attack a level 40 plus with Hemorrhage, that means you're going to turn purple? No, that's not true. And okay, I'm still looking at these swords, but okay. I'll take this one. We're going to lose a critical, but we gain one more enchant. I guess that's better for now because our critical rate is already, I mean, super low, so it's not like one critical right now. How is going to be super important, so I'd rather take the better solid damage, you know? I think that makes more sense. But anyways, as I was saying, it's not going to turn you purple because you're doing 0 damage. You have to do at least, you know, 1 damage. Kind of like how when you punch someone as a troll, you know, like when I do making people red. Even if you land an attack but they have too much armor, you're not going to turn purple. You have to do, you know, at least one point of damage. So, yeah, it's not going to do that. But, so, okay, I know for a fact that if you use Taunting Blow on an enemy or on another player, I should say, and if you do 0 damage, it's not going to do anything. You're not going to turn purple. It's not going to taunt the person to attack you. But I don't know if you do damage and you turn purple, what the hell does it do on the skill taunting the person? Yeah. Again, I'm a warrior noob, especially with skills that people say not to use, such as Taunting Blow. People do say that. As far as the other skills, the level 5 skills go, Hemorrhage, well, I mean, Hemorrhage, of course. We're going to be getting Hemorrhage Volume 2, you know, soon. Because it's pretty good to have it, I guess, you know. It's not like you're going to have any other skills to be using your stuff on. I mean, we're going to have parry, but counter attack we're also not going to be having, at least for a long time. And some people just don't even use a skill. Yes, it's a good counter attack, they say, you know. I mean, does more damage than average. And you're going to block a lot because you're a warrior. Plus, if you have parry, you can even block more, right? But The damage it does compared to other attacks, such as if you were just using Slam the entire time, instead of wasting a second or so on counterattack, Slam is still much better. I don't know. The Slam spam. Not only that, but counterattack actually has a 5-second cooldown, which means you can't spam it forever, right? I think that's what I read. That you can't just keep using it every single time you block. Even if you block like 5 times within 5 seconds, you can't use it 5 times in 5 seconds. At least that's what I read, okay? I'm pretty sure that's right. But it does have a cooldown time. Because of that, people don't use it. They use parry, though. Parry's a passive skill. So, you know, it makes much more sense to have that. Because passive skills are just very great skills, like I've always said, you know? Even if you're a ranger, you know, if you're a ranger, passive skills are always good. Sharp-Eye, Swift, Amplify Sense, and probably Instinct Stimulus. Passive skills, you know, skills that you never have to manually press. Very good. Same thing for warriors. Parry is going to be the first passive skill we get. Then after that, it's going to be Toughness at level 15. And then we're going to get Will of Elemental at level 25, another good passive skill. Not as good as Toughness, though, or Parry. And then we get Hardened Body at level 30, which is a very good passive skill, especially if you're a Constitution Warrior. Very good. So that's it. And as far as mages go, I don't know shit about them. Okay, I don't. If you tell me, or if you ask me something about a mage, I can't tell you. I can't. I do know that they are considered the kings of player killing in the high levels. It may not be the most ethically, you know, right king of player killing because of one very important thing. I haven't even talked about it, and I guess I will eventually in the other series later once I actually start fighting level 35 plus mages, you know, in my ranger account. But there's a skill that mages have at level 35 that is so, oh my god. People complain so much about that skill. I'm not those big complainers, but I will just tell you right now, compared to other MMORPG games and stuff, I've never seen a freaking move that can be exploited like that. I seriously think Come To Us didn't really plan it all that well initially. I'm not saying the move is... I'm not being one of those people that, you know, just is a complete fear hater. Yeah, the move is called Fear, by the way. It's a level 35 skill that Rangers really... yeah, how amazing would that be, huh? No, that mages can learn. And yeah, there's a lot of controversy over that skill. There has been for the longest time ever, just because of how overpowered it is, of people saying. I think there are some overpowering capabilities to the skill. Not to the greatest extent that people say, oh, you have to ban the move, get rid of it. Like, completely, no, I don't think that. Because, let me just tell you, mages are freaking pathetic in armor and HP, even at that high level. They're terrible. Any spam of a double shot will kill them instantly. I mean, yeah, they have the shield. That, of course, delays it. But, I mean, with that, even though they have mega attacks at the same time, I mean, yeah, they're just... They can't take hits. They can, okay? That's pretty much what a mage does in all stuff. And I've gotten some good drops, by the way, but I haven't really, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna throw that because I want this instead of the old feather. I haven't talked too much about this, you know, actually me fighting, but yeah. So a little bit more about Fear. Fear, like I said, is a level 35 skill that mages can learn. It can be spammed infinitely. That's the main problem that I have with the skill, that it can be spammed infinitely. I'm not saying that, you know, you gotta give it this ridiculous cooltime, but if you would give it a cooltime, you would have to give it at least a couple seconds cooltime, and even if not, another reason why it can be spammed infinitely is because of its MP consumption. Try and guess how much MP it costs. It costs 5. Okay, by the time you reach level 35 as a mage, do you realize how much 5 MP is for your entire MP? Let me just tell you, you can spam the move literally infinitely. At the rate of how much MP you have and the rate of it replenishing, the move can be spammed infinitely. And in any game, if you've only played this game, okay, then you can't understand the logic behind RPGs or MMORPGs, but if you played any other game, any form of exploiting a skill to spam it literally infinitely is considered cheating in the game, even if the developers themselves did it that way. Developers are not perfect. If you're gonna say, oh, it's because Come To Us did this, you know, they put it in there, so obviously it's completely fair. So you're saying that everything else that they've done in the game is completely right and fair and perfect that they do? That's not a valid argument. At the very least, I wish it would at least consume more MP. That's really it. But again, I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, fear is complete bullshit. Like, it should just be banned. I hate it forever, and I do think it has some overpowering capabilities, like I said, but I'm not to that extent of the hate group. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So I have to get my XP thing. So enough about fear. Something that people actually wanted me to talk about. A few of you guys. Yeah. I guess enough about that. But again, I do want it to have a bit more MP at least, but I mean, I don't know if they're gonna fix it because they were probably high when they were putting the move fear onto this game. But whatever, okay. Oh, you know what? You know another thing I should talk about. Okay, actually, first off, I'm going to level up. Hopefully, I'll level up at the end, before the end of this video. One thing I should talk about: a new server came. A new server actually came on Wednesday night, Pacific time. Remember, Wednesday night, called what the hell, New Star or something? I don't know. And, yeah, so this video is actually going to be up by Saturday. This is Saturday night, if you're watching this right when it got uploaded. So basically, 3 days ago, new server came. Yeah, will I be joining the server? Most likely no. No, okay. I already have these two thingies, and yeah, I could have waited a little bit more to actually start on that server. Because it's pretty interesting. You can't, you know, just get everything ASAP, you know? Like, if you were to start an account, you can't do that, because people are like, oh, I'm just going to buy everything with a black trader. But there's no black trader. That's the thing. It's a new server. Do you realize how long it's going to take to get one composable, let's say? Yeah, you could craft it from the combine book, you know, but it's still going to take a shitload of time to get all the money and stuff. And, you know, basically stuff to craft them, you know? It's going to be crazy. And to actually get a lucky drop of a composite bow, let's say, or eventually a great bow, and eventually a hunter bow, it's ridiculous. And that's something amazing from a new server, that literally, you know, you really do start all over, you know, and not just in terms of a level 1, but really there is no market. There is no market at all. That's what makes it really interesting, but no, I can't. And yeah, it would be nice to be there, but at the same time, I mean, if people leave these servers to join that one, that makes these servers a little less, you know, populated, which means you get overall more opportunity to actually kill some stuff here and there, you know, more room, so it's good for the people that actually stay back in their old servers as well. Alright, we level up. Yes. Level up. Sweet. Alright, so with that level up, I guess I'm going to end the part. I didn't talk too much about the in-game thing. I got distracted by talking about other stuff, you know? Yeah. That usually tends to happen. If you're like barely watching this, yeah, that tends to happen. I just start talking about other shit. It's crazy. Okay. So yeah. Goodbye, everybody, and until next time.